Hello my friends, my name is Pedro Miguel Costa. I'm a director of photography and some other stuffs that for now it doesn't matter. And as I have this YouTube channel, I decided to talk about the new incoming Canon R5. So let's talk a little bit about it, if my little pishka will help me to tell something about the camera. And for all I read on the internet, one thing is really bugging me out is why they offer a full frame 8K RAW internally and not a 4K internally RAW. Strange, because if Sigma FP, that I have some videos on my channel, they could do it, but I returned that camera because they had a major problem in constant exposure in dark areas. So let's see how Canon will deliver this camera. For most of you that don't really know, the Red manufacturer has released a camera called Red Komodo, a 6K camera that Michael Bay have done a really wonderful commercial with Jennifer Lopez for the Hard Rock Cafe. And that camera, the mount of that Red camera, the Red Komodo, is the same mount as the Canon R5 or the other R, so it's the RF mount. So a little bit strange. So Canon spent a lot of time developing a mirrorless camera with a brand new mount called Canon RF, and the Red camera released a camera with that mount. So I would love to see Canon have the ability to record the Red codec, R3D files. It would be amazing. So like Canon would give access to Red to use their technology, and Red let Canon use their technology. It's not so absurd because I think some Atomos recorders will have in the near future the R3D codec. Is far the best codec in the world, not as good. The Real Alexa is not a very good codec, it's a very heavy codec, but the Red has this amazing codec. So let's stick to the facts. The Canon will offer 8K internally RAW, will offer a good thing that I think is the possibility to have autofocus in 8K mode, 4K mode. What I would love to see is instead of 8K, I would love to see 4K, or if they could 6K with probably 14 bits of color, because this little camera is doing 16-bit color depth. Is a sensor of 16-bit delivering 16-bit. This Real Alexa is a 16-bit sensor, but putting internally in the raw file a 12-bit file. Of course, is a little bit tweaked to increase this dynamic range, but I think Canon might be getting on his way. Of course, it will not offer 14-bit or 16-bit color depth because they have the cinema line, so they don't want to make like this comfort between the mirrorless and the cinema cameras. The use of the dual card, one of them is the express card, is very fast. You can achieve 1.7 gigabytes per second, not gigabits, gigabytes. And as I'm been using mirrorless Sony cameras for a long time, And of course I have Sony, I have Panasonic GH5 that I'm shooting this episode. I have Canon 1DC, I have this red, I have this Alexa, I have another red. And sometimes when I want to do short movies and I like a small camera. For now, I love this camera because it's so small you can shoot with your hand. It's a very heavy camera and there is no shake. But of course sometimes we would love to have a great camera to shoot with an articulated LCD like the GH5. So I use a lot of the GH5 because of this amazing white balance, of the amazing screen, and a possibility to flip it over all over the way. And of course Canon will have also that screen. And it's so strange that so near the launch there's so little information about the camera. For example, the sensor. People saying, oh, it probably will have a 24 megapixel sensor. 24 megapixel sensor. No, it cannot be, because 8K is at least a 35 megapixel sensor. So imagine, a 4K is a 8 megapixel, a 6K is around 19, and the 8K is around 35 megapixel. So like 4K is 4 times Full HD, 6K is 4 times 4K, and when you grab the 8K file, you have like 8 4K screens. So it cannot ever be a 24 megapixel. So my goal is probably it will be a 42 megapixel, because when you crop it to 4K DCI or 8K DCI, will have a little bit less low. Probably will get a 35 megapixel image for 8K, and for photography probably will be like 42 megapixel. Not any higher, because they will not want to do line skipping or pixel binning. They will want to the 8K to be pixel to pixel to increase his image quality and also its sharpness. What do you think, Pishka? Oh, if you are watching this episode, you see, oh, it's biting me. So this is my little lady, Pishka. And of course she likes photography, she likes movies, she never misses a spotlight of the lights of the cameras. So she saw all these lights. I have 4 lights. I have 3 RV spots. I have one dead light over there lighting up these cameras, and Pishka saw it. And so Canon, I'll hope that you don't do a bad thing, like will not be able to record full sensor in 4K RAW. That I'm thinking that they are probably doing it, and if they do it, it's a really bad thing, because I don't need 8K, and a lot of 95% of the people of the planet, they will not need 8K. So I would love to have the 4K DCI, but the old sensor, because I have the Canon 1DC, you know, that very expensive camera that Canon did, that reflex camera that records motion JPEG and in 4K DCI. But when you record 4K DCI, it crops a little bit. I don't see the point. People want to get wider and wider and to have bigger sensors. For example, this camera here has this amazing 30 millimeters wide sensor, and the Alexa is also a huge sensor, not so big as the red one, but It's really amazing. I love the image of this camera. Oh, but if you ask me what I choose normally, I choose the red because it has higher dynamic range, as I don't know, it's really small, very powerful. And what did I bring? Why did I bring these cameras here? Because these are cinema cameras. They are really cinema cameras, and I think the Canon R5 will not be a cinema camera. Will be a very amazing camera, but it's not a cinema camera. It's just not. It's not just because it shoots raw that it is a cinema camera. What is missing for the Canon R5 to be a cinema camera is to record an higher color depth, like 14, 16-bit color depth. Then it will be a cinema camera. Let's hope that Canon will launch the camera in July 2nd and tell the all specifications of the camera, because for now it's just a bunch of loose ideas and they are trying to sell ideas and not a camera. I think the Canon can gain the market that the Sony conquered for so many years in mirrorless. I remember when the first Sony mirrorless came out, I grabbed one and I love it. I love the X5 and all that stuff. And all the other brands was saying, oh, mirrorless is like crap. No, it's not. It's not crap. They are amazing. And they are amazing. And why they are amazing? Because now Nikon are doing it, Canon are doing it, everybody is doing it. So Sony was not wrong many years ago. And because I always say the reflex camera, in the moment you take a picture, the mirror is doing nothing but checking your camera. So I hope that Canon come with a very solid product that can help me to do my movies, my interviews, everything. I love Canon. I think I had in my life the whole lineup of 1D, 1 Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, Mark 4, 1DS, all the 1DS, and now the 1DC. So I know Canon very well, and now for the sessions normally I use Sony, the 7R2, and a few times I use the 1DC. And sometimes I use the GH5, it's a great camera. And the thing is, if Canon come with a solid product, I probably will trade the GH5 for the Canon R5, because the GH5 with the articulated screen is a camera that I use a lot. So if the Canon is a very solid product, I will sell my GH5 and go to the Canon R5, because I have a lot of Canon glass, and I prefer to have a few systems than have a lot of systems, because now I have a lot of systems, and if I have like a kit for PL mount, I have a kit for Canon, and if I can use for all the other cameras Canon glass, I'll be happy. That's why I probably will change the GH5 for the Canon R5, because it's one less system in my line of cameras, and that's it. So please subscribe my channel, help me to build up my channel. I've been posting some videos of the iron glass lenses. Please check them out, and I probably do in the future some side-by-side videos with this Alexa and with this Red. They both shoot RAW. This one shoots ProRes also, anamorphic, high speed, blah blah blah. This shoots raw, no progress. Thanks. So if you like the video, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up. If you like my pisca, if you like my pisca, thumbs up. Bye bye. Are you still there? I ended this episode. Go away. There's nothing more to see. It has ended. What you want to see more? I show you my red camera. I show you my Harry Alexa. You want to see more Harry cameras? Okay, I'll show you some more Harry cameras. Oh, look, one more Harry camera. Oh, another Harry camera. So this is I don't know if I can do this because of the COVID-19 virus, to have this whole bunch Arri cameras together. So this is a S35 film camera from Arri. This is another one, and this is the digital. Are you still there? So the episode has ended. I will put my cinema cameras back in place. So, and that's it. Bye bye. If you like this video, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and we are done. Hi, pisca. Pisca. Piscas. Pisca. 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 Are you still there? It's over, man. Red face. Oh. Blue face. Over. Go away. Go away. Ow. Ow. Bishka, tell them to go away. You saw that? She attacked me. So, bye bye. Now it's for good.